Yeah, Dave coming at you again, 8/26, 2015. Just wanted to show this to you. This is my AR15. It's a Colt LE6920. It's a pretty good story behind it. This past winter, I was cleaning out my shelf storage area where I have a bunch of shelves adjacent to my workshop here. And I was running the broom across the top shelf. Couldn't really see what was up there. And I snagged into something, and it when I pulled it out, it was probably about a 1975 or 1976 Weatherby 3030 bolt. And I belonged to a ski club back then, and a friend of mine, we were going to go out to Colorado and spend 4 days skiing, and then a couple days we were going to go elk hunting. Well, that never happened. I bought the rifle used. It was in pretty good shape, so I cleaned it up, took it down to a gun show in western Michigan that was run by 3 Navy SEALs and a couple of gun stores over there. They were doing some charity work for Michigan war veterans, and the guy gave me a really good price for it. He gave me $460 for it, but as soon as he handed me the cash, I knew he wasn't going to let me leave there, okay, without buying something. And he started showing me all kinds of stuff. He asked me if I had an AR-15 or an AK-47. I says, nah. I says, I really don't. Didn't really interest me at the time. And then he started talking to me about how, I think it was in 2002, okay, you could finally purchase these. And I just kept thinking about the political situation of this country right now, so I figured it was a pretty good time to purchase one. This one was used. He told me it was like a demo. They probably shot maybe about 100 rounds through it. Brand new. This thing is probably about $1,000. They had it listed for $400, and I gave him $500 for it and thanked him for his service to our country. And gave me a couple of magazines with it, and I think this one I've got. I get the green tips already loaded in there. But he gave me some very good advice, okay? And what he told me to do was to get online. There were a couple of places in Michigan, and I know in my state down in Indianapolis, the NRA has classes on how to disassemble these, how to clean them, how to really use them. And he recommended that I go ahead and do that. And he also gave me some very good advice, and he said, don't buy anything for this. Use it for about a year. Learn how to shoot the iron sights. Learn how to operate it. I did buy a cleaning kit for it, and we'll be doing some videos on this a little bit later. I'll get into a little bit more detail, but he also had an all-black one. Okay, that it was an actual military Colt, and it had the 14 or the 14 and a half inch barrel. It was fully automatic. I can't remember what price they wanted for it. That one was brand new, but they kind of said, well, yeah, this one's for sale, but we hope nobody buys it, which was his way of saying, they wanted that. But I figured, I really didn't want that. It's they're military only, and this is the law enforcement version of that model. But the Desert Storm, it's got the mag pull, a lot of the mag pull accessories on there. But I've taken this out, fired it once, and I didn't really sight it in yet. I've got a couple of tools coming where I can adjust the front sight and do a couple other things to it. But just wanted to share that with you. Like I said, I'll get into a little bit more detail later, and we'll see what happens. We'll try a bunch of different kind of ammo. Psycho 8/26/15 over and out.